This is Louxo here. This is my very first YouTube video, and I apologize for not posting a video beforehand and introducing myself before my first video. So here it goes. I'm just going to introduce myself real quick. I'm Louxo. I'm from Manchester, Connecticut, and I'm 22 years old. So now that that's out the way, today I will be reviewing the first episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. It finally started, the phenomenon, the Drag Olympics. It's finally here. I mean, Mama Ru turned it out. I can't say much more. Her new album's out. It's stunning. And the new season is amazing. When I first saw this batch of queens, I wasn't surprised by a few of them because I did predict a few of the girls that were going to be on this season. Courtney, Adore, Laganja. They're all incredible. And, I mean, when I saw the rest of the cast, I was like, wow. He really pulled it out with this cast. Every girl has something I like. If it's not their look, they have a great personality for drag. And that's what a lot of drag queens don't have, you know? So this episode starts typically like any other season. All the girls are starting to walk into the room, and we get to know a little bit about them as their drag persona, and just a little bit more about their boy persona. So the first girl to walk in is Adore Delano, and a lot of people know her from American Idol. He was on that season. He was a sassy little queen then, and he is even more now. He walked in a little red dress. It was like a patent leather kind of number, and I really enjoyed it because he didn't really pad to the nines, and I like a queen who is very confident in the way she looks regularly and projects that in his or her drag persona. It's very big because a lot of queens are all about padding and this and that. Well, she came out all natural in that little dress, and she looked cute. Her personality was a little off for me. I think she's a little nervous about being on the show, but other than that, flawless performance as she walked in. The next girl to walk in was none other than Miss Ben de la Creme. She is a kook, and let me tell you, I love kooks. I think they're amazing. I love crazy people. I like big personalities, and I mean, when you're on reality TV, a personality like this just shoots you into the next stratosphere. What happened to Alyssa last season? Her personality, she didn't even know it. She had a huge personality, and now she's huge in the drag community. Well, Ben de la Creme walked in a little, like, paisley, neon green, kind of like 70s number, and it was not my cup of tea, but it looked great on her. I do wish her boobs were a little smaller to her proportions because her legs are a little short, but other than that, her personality served me, and she had me gagging. This girl to walk in was Miss Gia, and she was phenomenal. When I say phenomenal, I mean the girl knows her body, she knows her face, she knows her hair, she knows she's got it, she knows she's that bitch, you know? She walked in with this huge Chanel mock bag, which I was living for, obviously. She looked beautiful in this shawl, tearaway. And, I mean, this is just the best intro that any queen has ever made in RuPaul's Drag Race history for me. I think it was calculated perfectly. The producers edited nicely, and it worked in her favor. I mean, everybody's gagging for Gia. She's the shadiest queen of the season. In a good way, because she does throw shade, but she's not a complete bitch. She's actually got a heart. It's Laganja, and Laganja is a queen that I'm really excited to see this season because I think she's a breakout star in the drag community. I think she's different. She's got a huge personality. She's very distinctive. There aren't queens like her out there. And she really turned it out when she did that death drop. I mean, I don't know, girl, but I would be afraid that I would be going to break my neck, and you did the damn thing coming into that room because that was daring. I'm really excited to see what she turns out in the lip syncs, in her outfits, and I feel bad for anybody who goes against her in the bottom two. I mean, she's going to send a lot of girls home this season, and I feel that a lot because I think her edit is really showing us that she is that underdog. She's gonna have trouble finding herself a little bit because she's kind of has a bit of an identity problem, as she said to herself in the Untucked portion of the show, that she's still kind of finding who she is. She's still kind of building her boy self up, and drag is helping her with this. So she already has an interesting story for the producers, so she's gonna be sticking around for a very long time on the stage of Drag Race. Came in my beautiful paisana from Puerto Rico, the most beautiful island in the world. I mean, she came in a Boy Scouts outfit, and the girl was giving me boy hair realness, and I think she served it. I mean, she's fishy enough to pull those things off. It's not like Alaska last season when she did the whole completely boy thing. It kind of like rubbed the judges wrong. I feel like if April did the boy thing, it would be okay because she's got the look, she's got the body, and she's the sweetest personality. And I think she served us realness walking into that room. She really gave us a taste of what's to come. She is a shocking queen. She's not a one-trick pony, and I like that about queens. Next came in Kelly, and she came in this like neon, very throwback dress. It was like a neon hearts kind of thing. I wasn't getting it completely. I mean, the girl looks like she only has 3 wigs to wear ever, because any picture I've seen of her, she's either wearing that wig from her promo, or the wig that she walked in, or the wig that she wore to the main stage. But I mean, she has been hyped up to be one of the most polished queens to ever be on Drag Race, and I just think she's only an actress. She's not a drag queen. And when you're an actress, it doesn't exactly mean that you're going to be successful in drag. And I think that that's what hurt her. She didn't come in prepared enough. She doesn't have enough drag experience. I mean, when you're an actress, people do your makeup, people do your clothes. You don't perform, you're only an actress. And that is not what Drag Race is about. So I feel like that is what really hurt Kelly. The last girl to walk in was Miss Vivacious. And she walked in, and I don't even know. Her outfit was just... She had this huge head towering atop her head. It was like... Girl walked in with 2 heads, and she was living for it. I mean, the girl was living for her psychedelia, and she walked in, and you could not see her face, so it was completely covered, and she was serving art and dysfunctional zippers, because when she went to take her zipper off, that thing would not budge. And the other girls were like, girl, come on, give us that face. And the only face she was given was the one on top of her head, because that zipper was not coming down. But she finally revealed it, and I mean, Vivacious, for me, she's one of the queens that her image isn't very polished. She's got a very throwback look. It's very dated, but she's never really modernized it. So she's still stuck in that place in drag. And when you're on Drag Race, you want to be an ever-evolving queen, because that's going to show your versatility, and Vivacious is not versatile at all. So I think that's what's going to get her in the end. So after those girls walked in, it was apparent that nobody else was going to walk in, because we quickly got a she-mail, and Ru came out and counted the queens, and he told them, this is it. You know, you're 7 queens. And everybody was shocked. Everybody was like, what? What? And Gia just came out and said, girl, was there no budget this time around? I mean, I would have said the same thing with only 6 other girls in the room. But, I mean, I wasn't shocked, because we already knew that we were going to get 2 premieres. So the other 7 girls will be revealed next week. So next was the photo shoot, which is the first challenge for every season. And the winner of the challenge was Laganja. There were a few queens that struggled, like Kelly, who wasn't doing anything. She was just jumping into the thing. Like, girl, try. You know, you're on Drag Race. Don't just jump into a bucket of foam. The challenge is to pose in front of this screen. That's the most important part about it, not falling into the bucket of foam. After the challenge portion was over, everybody, you know, got assigned a box from this big box truck that RuPaul brought to them, and Laganja was kind of shady when not like giving everybody an assignment for a reality TV show to base their outfit on. And everybody started making outfits, and Ru came in, as he usually does, to advise, shade the queens on their outfits. He shaded a few, like April, she wanted to make pants and walk in pants. She had the show Duck Dynasty, and he told her, you know, you are a man, so maybe you should go for something else more feminine. He then came to Kelly, and Kelly was very confident. She came out, and let me tell you, girl came out, and she was like, I want to make a corset. And she had this huge flower. And I mean, that would have been a lot better than what she turned out on the runway. I mean, you have to turn it out and make it shock value. She went for simple because the girl don't know how to sew. Another girl that got read by Ru in the workroom was Adore, because she was just gluing her whole outfit together. And, I mean, it looked a mess. It was nothing. It was just fabric wrapped around the mannequin, and she just put glue everywhere, and then she put a belt, and she was done. That was her outfit, and she was going for mermaid. She's, like, stuck on this mermaid shtick, and, I mean, that's only going to last you so long. You need to turn it out or go home. It's not, like somebody said last season, this is not drag camp. This is the best of the best. You need to turn out a very good look every single stage. Week. The girls walked in their reality TV couture, because that's what the challenge was. It was to get a reality TV, and you would make like a couture outfit for it. For me, I feel like this was the most lackluster on the runway. Kelly was red for looking like she had bacon on her chest, and so was Vivacious. Her look was just a mess. They loved her walk. And then April was praised, and so was Ben de la Creme. Ben de la Creme won the challenge, and Vivacious and Kelly ended up in the bottom two. Obviously, Vivacious came out strong, and she sent Kelly home packing. She turned it out. She's a really fierce performer. She knows how to own a stage, and that comes in handy in the competition, but only for so long. So for me, April had the best outfit, hands down. It was my favorite. She thought out of the box, and she had a really hard show to work with. Vivacious had the worst outfit, and she had a lot to work off of. The shadiest queen of the week was obviously Gia. She knows how to throw good shade. She's great in the confessionals. And the most shaded queen of the week is Kelly. I mean, everybody shaded her. Gia when she walked in. Gia while Kelly was talking about how long she's been in the drag industry. Kelly read her. Michelle Visage read her. Everybody read Kelly this week. She just didn't do good, and that's why she went home. Next week, I won't make any predictions, but it's going to be a great episode. I think we have a better collection of queens. I think they're more wholesome of a group, and they're going to do a lot better at the challenge than this group of queens did. So, till next week, peace.